welcome back to my channel, being Louisa. Happy New Year, happy start of the decade. I cannot believe I'm so late to uploading a video, but I have good reasons, okay? I have good reasons, so forgive me. I was planning to film this video and upload it on the first week of January, but then literally like the last day of that week, which was obviously a Sunday, I ended up deciding to do my online church's 21 days of prayer and fasting. And I was like, do you know what it is? Like, my pastor, he like just got me with his sermon. It was basically called the Value of Vision. And I was like, do you know what? I want to make sure these things that I want to do for this year aren't just things that I want to do, but things that God is telling me to do. So I decided to pray and fast for 21 days with my church. I was praying about a whole load of things, and I was just asking God continuously, reveal a vision to me, Lord. These things that I feel like you have told me, please, Lord, like solidify that you've told me these. Please, Lord, differentiate between the things that I want to do and the things that you are telling me to do. And so that's kind of like what I was doing. And so that 21 days came to an end, obviously, and then on the last week of January. But that last day, actually, my last day of the prayer and fasting was actually the day that we all found out that Kobe Bryant, his daughter Gianna, and 7 others had unfortunately died in the helicopter crash. And that hit me hard because Kobe Bryant was so much a part of my life growing up, and I'm such an empath that when anything bad happens anyway, I feel really bad. But because Kobe Bryant was such a big part of my life, and the fact that his daughter, his 13-year, I think she was 13, his 13-year-old daughter, and also one of her teammates, and a mother and father, and another like spouse, like, and it's the fact that everyone lost their lives. It was just so sad. Like, I was mourning. But yeah, like, Kobe was definitely a part of my world growing up. Like, he showed me what commitment was and what loyalty is. Like, he was with the Lakers for 20 years, like his whole entire career. Yeah, he got picked by someone else and then got traded, but he was with the Lakers for 20 years. That is unheard of in professional sports, especially basketball, but in all professional sports, that's unheard of, to hear of someone being with one team for their whole entire career. So that really hit me hard. Like, it hit me hard. Like, I was crying for a man I'd never met, but it was grieving something that was so pivotal in my life, and then all that he's been doing since retiring. It was just sad. It was a sad moment. It took me a while to kind of like get myself together, but I finally finished my vision board like a week and a half ago. So I wrote my goals out on New Year's Day / New Year's Eve / New Year's Day, and then a week and a half ago I finished the vision board, and I've just been trying to get the motivation to film, basically. Sorry about the long intro, but that's what's been happening with me. But yeah, so let's get on with this video. I'm sure you guys have come to see the vision board and the vision board alone. Yeah, so this is actually inspired by one of my YouTube friends, Kaylee. Kaylee has a channel called Living Lahorn, and she has been doing a vision board, I don't know how long for, but I've seen her last 2 vision boards. I'm waiting for that 3rd one, but I've seen her last 2 vision boards, and they really inspired me, and seeing how they really did come to fruition. So last year I actually wrote down my goals for the year in my diary, and I did it again this year. And I thought, actually, I want to make it into a vision board, so I want to be able to picture a lot of these things and be able to have motivation daily, because with my goals being in my journal, it kind of was like oh yeah, I have these here, let me like tick them off. Whereas I feel like this being on my desk is going to help me so much to just go, actually, this is it, yes, like work towards this. So yeah, without further ado, here is my vision board. So this is my baby. It's kind of done into sections. Hold on, let me do it this way, because I'm going to show you it from my left to right, basically. So I actually did draw on the 2020. I think I did fairly decent. I was pretty worried at one point because it wasn't sent out, which bugs me, but I couldn't make it sent up because I needed to put writing in and stuff. But anyway, so I got my 2020 written on. So you can't really see it though because this is so bright, but this is a degree certificate up here, which I found online. It's actually from my university, Kingston University. I just basically wrote out my name, so I replaced whoever's name was there, and I replaced, I think it's a computer science, and I put in midwifery. But this is a Bachelor's of Science with Honours, first class. So that's kind of my goal. My degree is with honours anyway, but my goal is to get a first, which, if you don't know the way university grading works, A first is anywhere from like an A+ to about an A-. A 2-1, which is our upper second, is between a B+ to about, I think, a B- or a C+. I can't quite remember. And then a 2-2, no, I think it's like I think that's how it goes. I don't know. But yeah, so my goal is to get a first, because I keep on saying, oh, I don't know enough. I feel like I don't know enough. How can I be qualifying in like 6 months if I don't? I just don't feel like, you know, I feel competent, but I don't feel confident, and I want to feel confident. So that is hopefully going to, like, this one of a first is hopefully going to push me. Like, originally I was like, I just want to graduate with a 2-1 and I'd be happy. But I feel like God just put on me like, no, you've got to strive for more than what you think you're capable of. And so that's what I'm going to do, because this whole thing started with God telling me midwifery, and I was like, 1, have I gone crazy? 2, no thank you. And 3, what? But then I went after it, and along that journey of seeing what midwifery was about, I also found God at the same time. So this is kind of like in a way full circle, but also in a way starting anew. And so that's why that's here, and it says qualify September 2020 and graduate 2021, because that's just generally how they work in my university. We graduate a good couple of months after we have qualified. But yeah, then there's obviously a cap and degree scroll there, because, you know, graduation hopefully happens at the end of this year, but probably next year. But still, you know, all along the same thing. I also have here personal debt free. I do have a credit card, so I do have debt. And that's because I wasn't in education for a while, and then I had to get a laptop so that I could, you know, do my access course, because my access course college was way too far away and I was not going there to go to the library. So I do have personal debt that has accumulated. So my goal is at the end of this year to be debt free, which according to an advisor at my university is apparently a crazy thought, but you know, God is on my side, and he's given me this conviction to be debt free and to learn how to manage my money way better than I have been. So that's just what I'm gonna do, because, you know, God is with me, so who can be against me? But yeah, then we go down to my religious portion of my board. So on this part we have a couple of things basically rooted in Jesus and his word. Then we have my scripture of the year, which is 2 Corinthians 12:9, which is, but he told me, my grace is enough for you, for my power is brought to perfection in weakness. Therefore I am very happy to boast about my weakness, in order that the Messiah's power will rest upon me. And the part that really got me was, my grace is enough for you, for my power is brought to perfection in weakness. And I feel like I just need to remind myself, like, his grace is way more than enough for me. Like, everything that he does and everything he has done has been for me and for all of us. And so that's something that's like really has brought power and strength to my life. It just really got me. So here you have the root word KBD, and I've tried to write it in Hebrew. I'm so sorry if anyone actually like reads Hebrew and sees my poorly done writing, but it's KBD. And the reason why I did the root word is because when I heard a sermon, and it was like an American pastor who came to England, who came to London and to say the sermon, he said kabod, but when I looked it up, it said kavod, or kavod. So it was the difference between a B and a V, and I didn't know how important that was, so I thought, let me just do the root word, which was always the same, KBD, which basically means weight and heaviness, but also honor and glory. Those are like the 4 concepts that really weighed heavily on my heart, and it was something that really got to me. Like, when I was thinking about my words for the year, that's something like worth, weight, like I want to like that, what you put into it, like that, like what you put into it, what makes you you. I really want to like feel worthy of that, because I feel like people see me as this like person who is trusted and this person who they can go to for advice, and sometimes I'm like, I just don't feel like I'm qualified for this, and I do really just like pray about it, because I'm like, I have no idea. But yeah, so I want to feel more worthy of that trust and more worthy of how people see me to be, and I want my actions to speak as well as my words to show who I am. And yeah, so that's kind of really important to me, so that's why that is there. KBD. So next is growing in God's love. That's something I really want to do, is grow more and more into God's love. And I've got selfless printed off here, and a picture of obviously the Bible, cross, and a thorned crown, to remind myself of Jesus and his sacrifice and his love for us. But yes, that's my Christian section. Then we're going over here to newly qualified midwife EST 2020, baby. I don't know why I did that. So newly qualified midwife EST 2020, that's something I'm so excited about, is becoming a midwife. I've been so nervous this whole time and so scared and petrified. Now I'm kind of excited. There are times when I'm super excited about it. But yeah, and then that's right above this, which is, it's basically one of the things that they found about continuity of care, and so that's kind of what I want to be as a midwife. I want to be a midwife that does continuity of care and continuity of care, because it brings such a better experience for women who are going through pregnancy, labour, birth and postpartum. So that's what, there's some information about that basically. Before we go there. So that's some information about that. And then here in the middle, right in the middle, is a love heart filled with loads of words that basically describe midwifery, a midwife, and kind of just who I want to be as well as a person, let's be honest. But it says heart values, you've got choice, dignity, listen, language, accurate, unbiased, respect, care, informed, kindness, compassion. And so like, it's all these words that basically describe what midwifery is and should be. Right above that heart as well, so next to my personal decree and right above the heart, I have written here, there's revision once you reach the vision, which is something my pastor said, and basically it's what the beginning part of the series was about, and it was actually in the first sermon of the year. So yeah, revision, that's something that's really important to me. It's like once you've reached that vision, which for me is like getting through this course and starting like my journey in midwifery. It's like I've gotten through this course now almost, and so now I need such a revision of what I want midwifery to mean to me and what I want midwifery to be like in my life and how I want to be as a midwife. So I need to revision that. I can't just stop because I've reached the goal. I've got to keep on going and keep on revisioning to make it even better. Yeah. So I'm gonna now go into the prettiest looking part of the board because it doesn't have my handwriting all over it. But that is this part, which is all the places I want to visit this year. Some of these I feel like God has called me to do, like this one, which is to go to Ghana with Work the World, which are an organisation that helps you do volunteer work within some type of healthcare field. So I'd be going to Ghana, I'd be going to Takoradi as a midwife, or a shoot midwife, but as only observing though, but I'll get to see how they do midwifery there, which is something I really feel called to do. I was supposed to go in March, but I do not have the finances to do that, so my university have kindly said, yeah, it's okay, you can go in August. So my plan is to go to Ghana with Work the World in August, and if you guys would love to help me out, because I would really appreciate that, you guys can go down in the description below, literally right at the top you'll see a link to my GoFundMe campaign, and you can donate as much as you can. That'd be so appreciated. But then also, if you would rather get something for the money you're spending, I also still have a few Love Louisa midwifery gift boxes available, so you can also click the link right underneath the campaign and that will take you to my website and a direct link to the midwifery gift boxes. And yeah, that'd be so helpful if you guys could purchase one of those boxes, because that money will go directly into this trip, because it's really expensive, especially now I'm going in August. The flights are well over double the price as if I was going in March. So yeah, so that'd be so appreciated, and that's something I really feel like God is calling me to do, just to experience midwifery in a country where they don't have all the resources that we do. Then I have here the hotel that I stayed at when I went to Portugal last year. I would love to go there again because I absolutely loved it. I felt so relaxed, and I feel like I'm gonna need that because I really feel like I'm getting stressed from uni. So yeah, that's something that's kind of like more for my mental health, to have a break. And then, so these three gorgeous pictures are places in Canada, if you can tell by my writing there. I wrote "Oh Canada" and I did a really bad maple leaf. But yeah, so I obviously want to go to Canada. I'm thinking my last big hurrah kind of holiday before I get into the midwifery profession, and I can't go on holiday for like a really long time and have a set amount of holiday. I thought, why not? So this is something that I really want to do. I don't know, I think this is more of something I want to do, like a task for me rather than what God has told me to do. Obviously, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. It's all in his timing, and I want to be a vessel to God. But this is something that I really want to work towards, which is why I'm trying to get a job like now, so that I can make some money and earn money and save that money so I can go. But I would love to spend a month in Canada, just seeing the sights, relaxing, going from one coast to the other coast. So yeah, that's something that's a dream for me. I have it in like in the summer and in the winter because I don't really mind when I go as long as I get to go, to be honest with you. But yeah, and then last but not least on my vision board is social media, you guys. So this is kind of what my dream is. I don't know where these numbers came from because they're not realistic, but then again, with God all things are possible. So for YouTube, I have written YT subscribers, so YouTube subscribers, 10,000 plus streamers. That is my goal for this year. 10,000 plus streamers, so 10,000 of you guys all together to be on this channel subscribed. So make sure you subscribe if you like these videos and you're excited to see what else is to come. And then, you can't really see because it's silver, average view per video. I want it to be about 1,000 plus views per video, every single video. I want to have at least 1,000 views on because that'll be really cool. Plus it'd be consistent and you know, your girl can make some money because there's a lot of work that goes into these videos. But yeah, and then Instagram, I want to have about 2,000 plus Instagram followers, which again is like something that isn't really in the cards right now because I'm only on about 600, but 2,000 would be really cool or more. But yeah, this YouTube one is something I'm going to really try to work on and start bringing you guys videos more consistently. And yeah, so sorry about the big gap from last year, but from now on I'm going to be more consistent with my videos, with bringing out at least one video a week, sometimes even 2. So look forward to that, guys, and I hope you guys like it. It's going to be like a different types of videos. There's going to be vlogs, there's going to be obviously midwifery videos, there might be some hair videos, there's going to be like loads of different types of videos, but I'm going to try to get more into vlogging as well, even though I don't find my life that interesting. So yeah, that is my 2020 vision board. It varies quite a bit, but I love it. And I just can't wait to see what God does in my life, to be honest with you. And I wonder how many of these things are going to happen. And I really just hope that I put in a lot of work so that all these things can happen. But yeah, so I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. And until next time, keep on being you. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below with any questions or suggestions. And don't forget to subscribe to get weekly updates. Bye, y'all.
Saw your name on my phone, yeah. 3 o'clock in the morning. We've been going and going back and forth cause we don't know better.